Welcome to the Jockeys Room at Arapahoe Park on the opening weekend of the 2017 horse racing season in Colorado. I'm announcer Jonathan Horowitz with Arapahoe Park jockey Carlo Lopez. Venezuela very well represented this weekend in horse racing, nationally in the Preakness Stakes with Venezuelan jockey Javier Castellano winning aboard Cloud Computing in the second jewel of the Triple Crown, and the big race in Colorado on opening weekend at Arapahoe Park, the Inaugural Stakes won by Outrageous Green and Venezuelan jockey Carlo Lopez.
Yeah, we are from the same city, and actually, he when he was there, he lived kind of close to my house, you know, and then yeah, that's pretty good feeling, you know, when I see the horse coming down the stretch, you know, and winning and screaming and doing everything, and I'm glad he win the race, and like I say again, he's one of the best jockeys right now in the world.
What city was that?
Maracaibo.
After Caracas, the biggest city in Venezuela. And what is horse racing like in Venezuela?
Oh, very nice. The people really love the racetrack over there. Love the horse racing. I mean, a lot of people fan from horse racing, you know.
Give us your insight into how he rode Cloud Computing in that race. You had Always Dreaming, the Kentucky Derby winner, going to the lead with Classic Empire. And then what was Javier doing while everybody else was looking at the leaders?
Yeah, everybody look at the leader, you know, well dream. I mean, Javier, he got a perfect tree, you know. He's sick behind the favorite, you know, and he down the straight, asked it to the horse, and he got a horse to the end, and he big like a head, you know, and he got a perfect ride.
Now let's take you back to the Preakness Stakes and show you Cloud Computing's victory over Always Dreaming and Classic Empire. We'll show you the race, and we'll also show you what it was like to follow the race from Arapahoe Park, as a sellout crowd in the clubhouse was on hand, not only to follow the start of horse racing in Colorado, but also to follow the second jewel of the Triple Crown in the Preakness Stakes. Let's send it out to Baltimore to announcer Dave Rodman.
They are in the gate, and they're off to a perfect start in the 142nd Preakness. And so Always Dreaming, Classic Empire, both broke beautifully, and they're side by side in the opening furlong. And they clear by 2. From Cloud Computing, who'll take back on the inside in 3rd. Term of Art is up close in 4th. Guinevere to the inside. Conquest Mo Money is now off that pace, and Conquest Mo Money races 5th into the first turn run. And they're followed by Hanson, some 7 lengths from the early year senior investment, and then it's Multiplier back of the pack, and late running Looking at Lee, the laggard in last with less than 7 furlongs to go. Classic Empire has wrested the lead away now from Always Dreaming with a quarter to go at Pimlico. Cloud Computing, Conquest Mo Money. Guinevere is trying to gear up on the inside, but is under a drive, and they're into the stretch here at Pimlico, and Julian Leperoux and Classic Empire have a 3-length lead, but Cloud Computing on the outside is coming with a run. Cloud Computing outside keeps on coming. Classic Empire, Cloud Computing, head to head down to the line. Cloud Computing wins the Preakness by a head from Classic Empire.
The 2017 Preakness Stakes had Race of the Year characteristics. The 2 favorites, Kentucky Derby winner Always Dreaming and 2016 Eclipse Award champion 2-year-old Coulter Gelding Classic Empire, locked horns at the beginning of the race. Jockey Julian Leperoux kept a watchful eye aboard Classic Empire to the outside of jockey John Velasquez and Always Dreaming. When the drama picked up inside the final quarter mile, Classic Empire put away the Derby winner, but all the while, Javier Castellano bided his time on Cloud Computing and saved ground on the inside. Swung to the middle of the racetrack in the home stretch, Cloud Computing challenged Classic Empire. Classic Empire dug in. Cloud Computing prevailed by a head, the closest margin of victory in the Preakness in 10 years since Curlin won the Preakness by a head in 2007. The 13-1 upset by Cloud Computing was the 9th biggest odds in Preakness history. Preakness winners don't usually break from near the inside like Cloud Computing did. Only he from post 2 and American Pharaoh and Tabasco Cat from post 1 have won from the inside 2 stalls in the last 30 years. Cloud Computing is a late bloomer and overcame some historic trends to win. He did not race in the Kentucky Derby, only the fourth non-Derby horse to win the Preakness in the last 3 decades. He did not start racing until he was a 3-year-old in 2017, also rare and making a meteoric rise to the top of the division. He was competing in just his 4th career race in the Preakness, joining Bernardini in 2006 and Red Bullet in 2000 as the least experienced Preakness winners in at least 3 decades. A masterful training performance by Chad Brown and ride by Javier Castellano.
The horse had always shown so much ability. He just got a late start. I like the fact the way it was setting up for 6 weeks rest and taking on 2 really good horses on only 2 weeks. I always try to take an advantage if I can. We don't mind playing spoiler. We've been on both sides of it, and we know how it feels. And it's horse racing. It's a tough sport, and this time we're on the right side of it.
Off of the black-eyed Susan Stakes.
The day before the Preakness, Actress won the 1 1/8 mile, $250,000 black-eyed Susan Stakes for 3-year-old fillies at Pimlico. The gray filly was winless in 2 starts heading into the race and picked a prestigious spot for her first career win. Actress did not begin racing until March 19, 2017, the latest in the field of 11. She's quickly developed into a promising racehorse for trainer Jason Service and jockey Nick Juarez.
It's a thrilling finish here. Lights of Medina, and on the inside, Actress. Actress, I believe, got it from Lights of Medina from well back.
The race after the Black-Eyed Susan, a former top jockey from Colorado, made his mark in Maryland. Travis Wales is unique among jockeys for his ability to ride multiple breeds of racehorses, such as thoroughbreds, quarter horses, and Arabians at Arapahoe Park. At Pimlico, Wales took just too much to the front in a 5-furlong, $52,000 allowance race for fillies and mares on turf. The 24-1 long shot just held on for the win.
At the top of the stretch, and they make the turn in for home now. And it is just too much, trying to kick away on the inside. Just too much under steady pressure, but just holding on very gamely. A gang coming up on the inside. Little Stella tries to re-rally now after breaking sharp. Also, Lady Allegra, a little bit of late kick. Extreme outside. Grogger's rolling on the far outside. Here's Just Too Much and Grogger. Just Too Much. Just Too Much may have had just enough. From Grogger, it's very tight.
After the race, Wales taped a message for his fans in Colorado, who will be familiar with his Pimlico Winner's Circle celebration that looks similar to when he won big races at Arapahoe Park.
Hello everybody, good to see you again. This is Travis Wells. I'm at Pimlico Racetrack. I'd like to say hello to all my patrons that are following me there at Arapahoe Park. I hope you're watching today at this historical Pimlico Racetrack today. It was a packed crowd of 100,000 people today. It was really exciting. Got to see some old friends and rub elbows with some Hall of Fame jockeys out here. John Velasquez, Gary Stevens, and Edgar Prado. They really made it enjoyable for me out here. I hope you all were watching via simulcast, and maybe you caught me with a little long shot in the 12th race today. If you did, then you going home pretty happy today. I'd like to say hello to all of my friends that are still out there. I miss it. We'll see where it goes. You know, hopefully maybe in the future I'll be back in Arapahoe one of these days and pick up and see all you people again pretty soon in the future. Thank you again. God bless.
Welcome back to the Jockeys Room at Arapahoe Park. Jonathan Horowitz with Jockey Karlo Lopez from Maracaibo, Venezuela, same city where jockey Javier Castellano is from. And Javier, one of the top jockeys in America, is seen winning the Preakness Stakes aboard Cloud Computing. Now, when did you start riding in Venezuela? What racetrack? How old were you?
Well, when I started riding back there in Maracaibo, that was 2006. And then my first coming to the USA, that was 2008, you know. And right, kind of like, you know, because we have kind of like a jockey school back there, you know, so like I'm in the jockey school kind of like from 2 years. 2008, I was leading apprentice rider from Maracaibo, you know, and the same year coming to USA in that moment Calder,
In Florida.
yeah, Florida, and well, now we are here.
And a regular in the winner's circle here at Arapahoe Park, and making it to the winner's circle for the first stakes race of the season. 31 stakes races worth a total of $1.1 million on schedule for the 2017 season in Colorado at Arapahoe Park, the first of which is the inaugural stakes for 3-year-olds, a field of 8 going 6 furlongs, purse of $30,000, and Carlo Lopez aboard Outrageous Green, breaking from the inside. And let's show you Carlo's victory, which is going to look a little familiar because it's almost similar tactics that Javier Castellano used in order to win the Preakness Stakes aboard Cloud Computing. Gates open, the inaugural stakes is underway. Running to Grunions quickly away from the outside, and Can Me at the rear of the field broke slowly and has some equipment hanging off the side of him. Yo Why Me now charges out to go to the lead. It's a fast pace early on in the inaugural stakes. Carlson in the Green Silks is right up there with the pace, way out west in between that pair. And then comes Green Card, a joint fourth, with Outrageous Green to the inside, and Running to Grunions now shuffled back to the outside. Can Me is second last, and Wine and Divine is the trailer. Moving into the far turn, and Yo Why Me and Jake Barton have the lead, with Carlson pressuring to the outside, and these two shippers now kick away by 2 lengths from Outrageous Green, who will need a way through, coming to the top of the stretch, bottled up in the red silks along the rail, and then Green Card in fourth, turning for home, and Yo Why Me cut the corner, Carlson eyeballing him to the outside. Green Card down the center, Outrageous Green now into the clear, 4 of them in a line with a furlong to go in a competitive inaugural stakes. It's Outrageous Green and Carlo Lopez now taking over. Green Card the outside, Yo Why Me the inside. Outrageous Green putting his best foot forward and springing the 10-1 upset in the inaugural. And Carlo Lopez pumps his fist in defeating Green Card, Yo Why Me, and Carlson in 1 minute 11.06 seconds.
I got a really perfect 3, you know. I say, well, I has a little bit from the gate, you know, and I want to kind of like stay close a little bit from the speed horse, and then down the straight, I say, well, I know that big trouble, you know, and then I can find a good place to go, you know, and everything really worked out perfect, you know.
It really did, because around the turn you were saving ground but needed a way through, able to swing the horse to the outside in much the same way that Javier Castellano did aboard Cloud Computing. Outrageous Green, the winner, who's trained by Eugene Burns, was racing before coming to Colorado, in Arizona, and in New Mexico. This was your first time aboard Outrageous Green. What did you know about him before the race?
Well, I don't really know that horse, you know, much. First time I see him in the paddock, he's pretty good looking horse and pretty big, you know. Really everything worked out perfect for us. He's a really nice horse, and he tried pretty hard, you know.
Arapahoe Park will feature a special holiday racing card on Memorial Day, Monday, May 29th. The racetrack transforms into a star-spangled banner of red, white, and blue on national holidays. Even the horses show their patriotism, like Pick Me did when winning on the 4th of July in 2015, with an American flag painted on the hip of the Mark Powell-trained gray Arabian mare by groom Miranda Rose. Pick Me, a good-looking winner, carrying the American flag on her hips on the 4th of July. It's Pick Me, who scores in the Wathba Stud Farm Cup. The focus on the racetrack on Memorial Day weekend will be on speed, with Colorado-bred thoroughbred fillies and mares sprinting in the 6-furlong Ingrid Knott Stakes on Saturday. Then the shortest stakes races of the season for quarter horses and thoroughbreds, with the Dash for Speed Stakes for quarter horses at 300 yards on Sunday, and the Arapahoe Park Sprint for thoroughbreds at 5 furlongs on Monday. Memorial Day weekend at Arapahoe Park in 2016 was a big one for young jockey Alfredo Triana Jr. As a 21-year-old apprentice rider, the Tolar, Texas native won the Ingrid Knott Stakes with the Juan Chavez Ortega trained Super One.
Miss Battlefield begins nicely from the outside. Super One and Sooty Storm now coming through with Lightning Lady, also part of the early pace picture. And then Sort of Special in the blue silks, followed in mid-division by Glow Girl, defending champion AJ Marie, and then comes Fast Puff running in.
Three former Ingrid Knott's winners were in the race in 2016. They were AJ Marie, the winner in 2015, Fast Puff from 2014, and Sort of Special from 2012. Super One was the longest shot in the field of 11 at 38-1 odds.
She run big. I didn't think she would handle the distance, but she did. Coming out of there, she hooked up with the 6. I kind of didn't like that, but she coming around the 3/8, she passed on pretty good, and then she just stayed on and kept on going. And when I got by the quarter pole, when I looked over a little bit, no one was there, so I thought I had a chance of going all the way.
Super One trying to spring the upset with Special Task and Lightning Lady trying to mow her down, and then comes Sort of Special. Sandhill Lady from last in the purple silks trying to get up on the inside. It's Super One with the advantage at 38-1. Lightning Lady trying to mow her down. They hit the line, and it's Super One with a big upset for Alfredo Triana Jr. in the Ingrid Knott Stakes at huge odds over Lightning Lady and Sandhill Lady.
Then a 9-1 upset in the Dash for Speed aboard the Chris Scandaria trained Designed to Be a Winner, breaking from the inside.
Chris, the trainer, he told me she breaks good. She was going to run big, and she did. And I just sat there and looked good, and she ran a big race.
Here comes Designed to Be a Winner in the Ocean King, fighting it out. Designed to Be a Winner, and Alfredo Triana Jr. in a photo with the Ocean King. Photo finish in the Dash for Speed bonus challenge.
Triana was top apprentice jockey at Arapahoe Park in 2016. He finished second overall in quarter horse wins and sixth in thoroughbred victories. The Dash for Speed often features close photo finishes, as it did in 2016 with Triana and Designed to Be a Winner. In 2015, the race had one of Arapahoe Park's closest finishes of all time. See if you can pick the winner, as Four Noses, a neck and a head, separated the top 7 finishers.
Gates open. The Dash for Speed bonus challenge is underway with Himalaya Jess getting off to a good start. Miss Carver, the gray to the outside, and then comes cruising down the extreme outside. Midori and Smoke running a strong race on the inside with Rock That Wagon. It's wide open. Stella Surprise is coming through a blanket finish. Any one of 7 horses spread out across the track. Those 7 horses are Rock That Wagon, Stella Surprise, Midori and Smoke, You See Me Streaking, Himalaya Jess, I'm Bo Brown, and Cruisin'. A tremendous finish in the Dash for Speed bonus challenge, and definitely need the photo to sort that one out.
Rock That Wagon won the race for the second year in a row. The 2016 Memorial Day feature, the Arapahoe Park Sprint, showed that you can teach an old horse new tricks. Surf and Ski ran in his first ever stakes race at the relatively older age of 8 years old. He brought a 5-race win streak from New Mexico to Colorado. Ridden by Frank Reyes in the jockey's first and only mount to date at Arapahoe Park, Surf and Ski broke from the outside in a field of 7 in a closely run race.
Fasten your seatbelts, they're set to go. Gates open. The Arapahoe Park Sprint is underway. Kuzan, in his first start since 2014, is slow to begin. Surf and Ski away quickly. Z Smoking Gun comes firing for the early lead. Fast but Furious in between that pair in the red, white, and blue. And then Kuzan recovering to 4th. Banker Bob rides the rails in the blue silks in 5th. First 5 covered by 3 lengths with a break of 3 back to Zoom Bag, and I'm a Happy Strike is last of all as they sprint into the far turn. Z Smoking Gun and Surf and Ski are battling for the lead, a length and a half in front of Kuzan. Banker Bob in 4th on the inside, and then Fast but Furious, Zoom Bag, and I'm a Happy Strike. They turn into the home stretch in the Arapahoe Park Sprint. Z Smoking Gun with horses surrounding him. Banker Bob starting to get through on the inside. Surf and Ski the outside. Kuzan making a line of 4, wide open inside the final furlong. Now Surf and Ski puts his best foot forward for Frank Reyes. It's 6 wins in a row, and the first stakes score for the 8-year-old. Surf and Ski over Z Smoking Gun and then Banker Bob. They were all very close together. A tightly run Arapahoe Park Sprint in 57.53 seconds.
Surf and Ski didn't start racing until the relatively older age of 5 years old in 2013. The Arapahoe Park Sprint was his 10th career win in 26 lifetime starts. It was a jubilant winner's circle for a horse who, like whiskey, is getting better with age. Surf and Ski has won 3 of his first 4 starts as a 9-year-old in 2017 at Sunland Park in New Mexico.
It's been a really easy win for Surf and Ski, was never tested.
Back in the jockeys room at Arapahoe Park with Carlo Lopez. I'm Jonathan Horowitz, and a big weekend, Memorial Day weekend, and so not only celebrating America, but also the cultures that make up this great nation. Carlo Lopez from Maracaibo, Venezuela, and it looks like you're representing Venezuela wearing the, is that the World Baseball Classic hat?
Yeah, this is the World Classic last time, you know, and then I really love my country, you know, and right now we got kind of like a tough position right now, you know, and then I hope everybody can send pray from my country.
We talked a little bit about the jockeys from Venezuela, some very famous baseball players. I'm trying to think. Miguel Cabrera.
Miguel Cabrera, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot of good players. You know, we have Miguel Cabrera. We have from Rocky, Colorado. We have Carlos Gonzalez. We have Geraldo Parra too, and then we have Salvador Perez from Kansas City. We had, we have a lot of players. I think so from every team, you know, in the Major League Baseball.
So Venezuela and America getting you ready for horse racing on Memorial Day weekend at Arapahoe Park. Racing taking place on Memorial Day weekend on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday as we kicked it off opening weekend. First stakes win of the meet by Outrageous Green and Carlo Lopez. For Jockey Karlo Lopez, I'm announcer Jonathan Horowitz. Keep picking winners.